Anybody else miss the early days of quarantine where it was just all, what is it called? I don't even know called, but when people would talk about going to people's islands, and I thought they meant real islands, but it's that game. And also, Dalgona coffee. This is my first time drinking this since like last summer. It's too much caffeine. So, hi, hello. April is my birthday month, so I thought I would do a book tag, and I searched for one that seemed appropriate, and there's one that's literally called birthday book tag. So that is what I will be doing today. First one, birthday cake, a book with a plot that seems cliche but you adore it anyway. And for this, it's a recent read, and it is Dating Makes Perfect by Pintip Dunn. This book is so cute. It's fake dating, childhood friends turn to enemies, turn to lovers. There's also a little bit of love triangle. I don't know why I struggled to think of that term, but yeah, it's very cute. I mean, all the most cliche tropes are here, but it's so cute. It's so cute. The banter is great. I highly recommend. The next one, party guest, your most anticipated book release for this year. My most anticipated book releases are the paperback editions of last year's releases that I wanted to read but then didn't because I wanted them in paperback. So the ones that I wanted to read from last year that I'm hoping to get to this year, hoping because sometimes they don't always come out in paperback within the following year, so fingers crossed they will come out this year. But the ones that I want are A Song of Wraith and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown, Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas, Legend Born by Tracy Dion, Cinderella's Dead by Kaylin Barron, The Extraordinaries by TJ Klune. So I hope these do come out. I'm pretty sure all of them, I have them marked as like a pre-order for their paperback editions, except for Cemetery Boys. There is no pre-order paperback option, so maybe it won't come out this year. Birthday presents, a book that surprised you with how much you loved it. For this one, I chose When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. I read this last summer, and the reason why I'm so surprised at how much I enjoyed this is because for the longest time, even while I read this, I was very much in the camp of, I don't read contemporary, I only read fantasy. I especially like YA rom-coms. I'm not here for it, even though I was just getting back into reading, so like, of course my reading is going to be different from what I remember it from years before. But I read this, surprisingly really enjoyed it, gave it 4 stars, and then afterwards I just kept thinking about it, and I was like, okay, if I'm gonna keep thinking about it, it has to be 5 stars. It has to mean that I loved it. It has to be worthy of 5 stars. So I gave it 5 stars. And then after reading this, it really set me down a path of reading more contemporaries, and it also inspired me to start writing again. Set me down a path like it's a gateway drug or something. Okay, next one, happy music. Oh no. Next one, Happy Birthday Song, a book that certainly deserved all the hype it got. Side small rant. I really dislike this whole thing of whether or not a book deserves or doesn't deserve the hype. Because like, if I say a book doesn't deserve hype and somebody doesn't read something because of what I said, why does my opinion become the one that gets upheld as opposed to other people's? Like, surely that means it is worthy of the hype because other people have enjoyed it and said it's worthy of the hype. Do you know what I mean? Like, if somebody likes the book, then surely that means it is worthy of the hype, even if I don't like it. It's just the wording, it needs to change. I don't like it. So, a book that is hyped, that I enjoy. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I agree that this is slow. At least the first 100 pages. It took me like a week to get through it, but then I read like the other 400 pages in just a couple of hours. I don't have tabs. Oh, I highlighted things. See, like, that's how much I love it if I highlight instead of tabbing it, because that means it's gonna stay in my life, because I'm not getting rid of this now. But yeah, I just love the characters. The banter between them is great. I might actually watch the Netflix show. Waylon's not there, so what's up with that? Maybe season 2, Waylon will be there. So, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Okay, next one. Happy Music, a book with some very beautiful and truly memorable quotes. Part of it's because I have terrible memory. I truly can't remember quotes from books. It's just a general thing. Even if they're very beautiful, there's a bunch of books that I have tabbed because I was like, wow, a masterpiece. This quote, just straight to my heart. Beautiful. I love it. I can't tell you what they are. So, even like the books that I've recently just read, even the book that I'm reading now, I can't tell you any of the quotes there. But when I saw this prompt, the first one that came to mind was history, huh? Bet we could make some. And that is from Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I liked this book, but I don't know why I think that's a very famous one that a bunch of other people also just remember. Also, a lot of people used it for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle because it's somewhat similar. A royal and then a biracial American getting together. A lot of people use that quote in like edits of them, so that's partly why I also remember it. But yeah, that's my answer. Oh, Casey McQuiston has another book coming out this summer called One Last Stop, I think. So you can add that to my most anticipated releases, because adult romances only come out in paperbacks, which is probably my favorite thing about adult romance novels. They just skip the hardcover, because who cares about hardcovers? Okay, Getting Older, a book that you read a long time ago, but you think you would appreciate more if you read it as a mature reader. Am I a mature reader? The answer is no. But a book that I think, or I would want to revisit, is Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. I read this back in high school, and I just remember being confused because it goes back and forth from the past to the present with how the mothers were when they were younger. I honestly can't even tell you what it is about, but it's not a time skip, but it's like, I guess, multi-generational, because it's about the mothers when they were younger and their relationship with their daughters, and also how the daughters' lives are now. I think I told you I read it, so who knows if that's actually what it's about. There's so many books from high school that I would want to read again. But yeah, that's the one that stood out to me the most. Last one. Sweet Birthday Memories, a book that kept you incredibly happy during a sad or demanding period of your life. For this one, back in October, end of October, early November, I did a reading vlog because your girl was sad. Seasonal depression was coming in on top of the regular depression, and then stress about the elections was also very real. So I reread a bunch of favorites, Wayward Son, Howl's Moving Castle, Radio Silence, Cinder, and then a new book that I read was Arusha and Edge of Time by Roshani Chokski, and I really enjoyed that. So that is my answer for it. along with all those other ones. But Ours Around the End of Time was very cute. It's a middle grade, so of course it's a bit more lighthearted, and yeah, it kept me occupied and entertained during a stressful time. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!